Sir, Mrs. Staff, my name is DeJuan Lewis. I'll be doing a PowerPoint presentation on organizational design, structure, and change of Starbucks Coffee Company. Next slide. Here go a quick overview of the brief history and Starbucks' current operations. Starbucks Coffee Company began in 1971 when Jerry Baldwin, Zeke Segal, and Gordon Boker opened the first store in Seattle's Pike Place Market, specializing in freshly roasted coffee beans, tea, spices, and related equipment. In 1982, Howard Schultz joined the company and, inspired by Italian cafe culture, transformed it into a coffee house model by 1987. This shift positioned Starbucks for rapid growth and global expansion. By 2024, the company operated approximately 36,000 locations worldwide and employed around 361,000 people, reflecting its evolution from a single local shop to a leading international coffee brand. Next slide. Most admired 8 dimensions. Fortune magazine's annual World Most Admired Companies list evaluates organizations based on 8 key dimensions: innovation, quality of management, long-term investment value, social responsibility to community and environment, people management, quality of products and services, financial soundness, and wise use of corporate assets. I located this information directly from Fortune's Mythology page, which outlines the criteria used in the Corporate Reputation Survey. This is important for the board to understand because these dimensions represent the primary benchmarks by which industry peers, investors, and stakeholders which measure organizational excellence and competitive standing. Next slide. Underperforming dimensions. The main issues facing Starbucks. As a member of Starbucks leadership team, the primary issue we face is declining same-store sales in the key U.S. markets, which directly relates to people management. The one of Fortune's 8 dimensions recently reports that shows multiple consecutive quarters of declining traffic, lower employee morale driven by operational strain, menu complexity, and labor disputes. Why is this a pressing issue for the board? Talent retention and engagement, customer experience impact, financial performance risks. Next slide. Ramifications and consequences. The ramifications of this issue: Starbucks decline in same store sales tied to people management is creating measurable operational and strategic challenges. Employee disengagement has led to slower service times, reduced product consistency, and increased customer complaints. Labor disputes and unionization efforts have also drawn negative media attention, damaging the brand's public image. Consequences if people management is not improved: loss of market share. Competitors with stronger employee engagement will attract both customers and talent, reducing Starbucks' competitive advantage. Eroding brand loyalty. Continued service inconsistency and negative publicity may drive away loyal customers. Declining financial health. Persistent sales declines and higher labor costs could significantly reduce profitability and limit future growth initiatives. Next slide. The current organizational structure of Starbucks. Starbucks' matrix structure combining geographic divisions, functional units, has supported innovation and brand consistency, but is now showing strain amid growing people management challenges. Added management layers slow decision making, delay responses to store level needs, and weaken accountability for employment engagement. The company's culture is centered on third place experience and empowerment that is threatened when morale declines and operational pressures overshadows values. Misalignment between structure, design, and culture risk eroding service quality, brand identity, and loyalty. Aligning culture and structure enhances adaptability and satisfaction. Starbucks must streamline operations, reinforce its people first culture, and ensure agility to restore performance. Next slide. The struggling dimensions. Starbucks employs a matrix organizational structure combining geographic and functional divisions, allowing for global consistency and local adaptation. However, this structure contributes to 4 key struggling dimensions. First, people management. is strained as operational demands reduce leaders' capacity to mentor and support employees. Second, employment engagement declines when morale is undermined and threatening of the third place culture. Third, decision making efficiency suffers from communication bottlenecks that limit timely responses. Finally, customer service quality is compromised when misalignment between structure, design, and culture reduces agility. Aligning organizational elements with strategic goals can enhance performance, agility, and satisfaction. Without these adjustments, Starbucks risks declining market share, brand loyalty, and talent retention. Next slide. The organizational culture at Starbucks. Starbucks' matrix organizational structure is integrating functional and geographic divisions that support brand consistency while allowing local adaptation, yet it also creates complexity and slows responsiveness. The company culture is built on four core principles: creating a culture of warmth, belonging, acting with courage, and challenging the status quo, being present and delivering the best in all endeavors, and being accountable to each other. However, operational pressures stunt these values, leading to declining morale and reduced employee engagement, slower decision making, and diminished customer service quality. Aligning structure, culture, and strategy enhances agility, satisfaction, and performance. For Starbucks, reinforcing cultural principles while simplifying hierarchy and empowering local design decision making is essential to sustaining brand loyalty and profitability. Next slide. Conscientious capitalism. Starbucks amplifies the four tenets of conscientious capitalism: higher purpose, stakeholder orientation, conscious leadership, and conscientious culture. Even though its business practices, which is higher purpose, extends beyond profit to social and environmental impact via ethical sourcing, sustainability, and community programs. Stakeholder orientation guides its relationship with customers and partners, suppliers, and communities. Through recent people management challenges require attention. Conscientious leadership and culture are expressed through empathy, transparency, diversity, and inclusion. Reforming these principles is vital to restoring trust and performance. Commitment to ethical sourcing and sustainability initiatives, prioritizing of all stakeholders, not just shareholders, and leadership and culture grounded in empathy and inclusion. Next slide. Here's the 8-step model by Carter. Create urgency by pressing data on decline of sales, turnover, and dissatisfaction to highlight competitive risks. Second, build a guiding coalition of executive managers and frontline partners from high performing stores. Third, form a strategic vision, empower partners, elevate the experience with the initiatives in training, career growth, and recognition. Fourth, enlist volunteer army by offering leadership roles and engagement programs. Fifth, remove barriers through streamlined approvals, simplify workflows, and manager resources. Sixth, generate a short-term wins via market pilots, measuring satisfaction and service scores. Seven, sustain the acceleration by expanding successes company-wide. Eight, finally institute change by embedding people first principles into matrices and training and rewards. The potential challenges and management strategies of Starbucks. Starbucks faced three main challenges in implementing people first initiatives. Resistance to change may arise from partners and managers who see added workload without immediate benefits. Open forums, partner networks, and Starbucks Coffee Academy can build buy-in. The financial constraints and decline in sales require phased rollout in high potential markets. Reallocating funds and tracking ROI through turnover satisfaction and sales matrix. Subsystem realignment is needed in HR operations and in IT to enhance engagement, reduce burnout, and link morale to performance. Next slide. The Starbucks matrix structure ensures global consistency but can limit responsiveness without a strong people first culture. Decline in same store sales show that culture erodes when operational pressures outweigh the partner engagement, making structural agility and cultural reinforcement essential. Using the Carter's eight-step model highlights the need for proactive inclusion change to engage partners early, communicating clearly, delivering quick wins to reduce resistance. Sustainability improvement also requires subsystem integration, aligning human resources, operations, and information systems to support engagement goals. This unified approach strengthens Starbucks' conscientious capitalism and principles and brand promise, ensuring long-term performance and trust. Next slide. Pending questions. My name is DeJuan Lewis. Thank you for listening to my PowerPoint presentation. The references I use for this presentation is followed by the slide. Thank you very much for listening to my brief. Please have a good day.